In this video, I'll be doing two separate demonstrations of how to create wavy, beautiful curls on Marley hair. I used a Denman brush, purple and orange flexi rods, clips, and a pair of scissors. Alright, so this is what Marley hair looks like. And as you can see, it has all these little smaller sections in the hair. So what I do is I take 4 of the sections, the smaller sections, and I begin finger detangling them. I never combed the hair through. I just finger detangled it just to make sure the sections were easy to separate, and clip the ends because the ends can have these little tangles on the bottoms. So I clipped the ends and then proceeded to finger detangle the sections. Using the orange flexi rods allows me to rod the hair a lot faster because I'm using more sections per rod. When I use the purple rods, I can only use up to 2 small sections because the rod is a lot bulkier. Once detangling is done, I grip the hair and begin to tightly wind it around the flexi rod. I'm applying a lot of pressure here to make sure that the wave that is naturally in the pattern comes out. And after that's done, I make sure to secure the ends of the top of the flexi and the bottom of the flexi over the tips of the hair so that it doesn't unwind. Next, I'll repeat the same process with the purple flexi. Once the hair is air dried, now it's time to unravel and proceed to separate and install. These are absolutely my favorite curls. If you're wondering, do I prefer the orange or the purple? I love the purple. The purple rod is my favorite rod. It's just impossible to rod thicker amounts of hair on the rod because it just simply won't stay. It'll unravel. And now for separating. So as you can see, it's easy to just pull the hair apart once it's already been finger detangled. You don't necessarily have to comb the hair through unless you absolutely prefer to do that. Once the hair has been fully separated, make sure you just lay all the hair down going in the same direction. Make sure the waves are all the same so that when you install it in your hair, you don't have waves going in opposite directions. So everything should point, the top of the bend should point towards your head and not away from your head like so. So as you're installing every smaller section, make sure that the bend is not facing upward, it's facing downward. This is absolutely my favorite curling method. Next, I'm going to show you how I refresh my curls. Start by detangling the section. And so first I'm going to be using a purple rod. So the section is somewhat small, and you just wind the hair around the flexi, but you don't have to apply as much force as you do when the hair is initially being installed because the wavy pattern is already removed from the hair. So you can just wrap it around the hair. You still want to secure it and bend the ends around, but you don't have to apply as much force. Next, I'll demonstrate thicker sections with orange flexi rods. Alright, so the next step is dipping the flexies in boiling hot water for 15 seconds. For me, I only dip one flexi at a time because the more flexies that are in there, it just becomes a little bit more difficult to manage what's going on, and I could burn myself. So after I've dipped it for 15 seconds, I move on. I make sure to use a cup that is really deep because flexi rods are longer than normal rods, so it has to be able to fit in there. Alright, so once the hair is, dry or somewhat dry, it doesn't have to be completely dry. This hair here is actually still pretty wet, but you can lightly separate the hair and, just move on. I just generally leave the bottoms of the hair unseparated until the hair is completely dry, if at all. I might not, fully separate it at all. But I'll just separate, lightly separate each section. And that's how I create my favorite curls, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure you check us out on Instagram and Facebook under Jovan's Salon. Thanks for watching.